Hello again. We're back with part 2 of the restoration job on the HMV 1804. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the difference in how this looks. We've spent about 3 to 4 hours at it today, cleaning and getting it back to a state where it looks a bit more presentable. So, the first thing we did, of course, is to hoover it out with a dusting brush, fine brush, and a hoover, etc. Well, I should say vacuum cleaner. To get all the worst of the dust and the dirt off it. Next thing was to go over some of the kind of sticky stuff. There's quite a lot of sticky stuff on it. I don't know what it is, with solvent to get rid of that. Water didn't seem to want to do anything, or even with some washing up liquid. So anyway, we had to use some cheap contact cleaner I get from my car shop, and that seemed to lift it. It's mostly isopropyl and some other thing that's in it. So it seemed to do the trick. Also have cleaned up some of the alloy with a wee bit of TFR, which traffic film remover, which is alkaline, and that got a lot of the grime off it as well, and then lots of cloth and kitchen roll, etc. You name it, to get it out of the way. So it's certainly looking better as well, but it's revealed quite a lot of the rubber wiring is a bit worse than I actually thought. On the top caps to the valves, this rubber wiring has perished. Some of the wiring up to the scanning coils is perished in places. So this will need to be done. Will need to be replaced as well. The other thing with these is the previous one that I did, a T50 Marconi. All these electrolytic capacitors were shot, every one of them. Now, some of them were shorted, some of them were open circuit, some of them were badly leaky. So I don't think I'm even going to bother testing them. They're just going to do a blanket job on them. So we've actually got 5 here. We've got another one here and here, so that's 7. And there's another one underneath the chassis, so that's 8. These ones, of course, are different values. I may have these in stock, these two, but these other ones, no, I need to order them. Now, that was an interesting thing, is the fact that the prices have gone rocketing up. They haven't exactly doubled since about a year ago, but they're not far off it. So the cost of actually to do this type of work is increasing. So, and as is the cost of purchasing some of these sets, even from the 40s and 50s now, whereas we used to be able to pick them up maybe 2 or 3 years ago for 60, 70 pounds, they've jumped up to 200, 300, 400 quid. So unfortunately, the way the prices are going, it's putting the hobby out of reach for some people like myself that had never big incomes in the television trade, not a particularly wonderful pay we got in that, and I have to say that any savings that we did have would get frittered away on buying this kind of stuff. So I have heard some complaints from friends who are a bit like myself, that are not exactly rich and are paying lots of money now for parts and lots of money for actual the items themselves, the sets. As we know, valves now are getting to the stage that they don't make them anymore, especially some of the valves in this, like Z66s, which are getting quite hard to find. It was never a particularly wonderful valve, but people are cashing in on that, and they are increasing the prices out of all proportion. That's my take on it, and I'm afraid that's how I see it. It's just putting the interest in the hobby out of the reach of those that really use it as a hobby. They may have reasons for wanting to do it. They like doing it. They may be alone in their lives. They may not have a partner or family. It keeps them their brain active, and it gives them something to do. But it's beginning to now get the stage that people in that situation might not be able to afford to do it. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll try and pull it over on its side and let you see underneath. I tried this 2 or 3 times earlier on. I put my phone on pause, but every time I put my phone on pause, because I wasn't getting back to it quick enough, it would shut down. Very, very annoying. The underneath have cleaned up, basically hoovered it all out, given it a brush as well, got all the dust and dirt out of it, got rid of all the spider's webs. But I did see a spider moving about in here a wee while ago, but I don't know where it's gone. Just a wee thing, but it must have recovered. Nice and warm in here. This wire here, for instance, has got all sticky, and it's adhered to each other. So I would have maybe assumed that there's some electrical leakage there. So again, these things will need to be done. And all these wax capacitors down here. There's a funny crack there. I thought that was the valve. It might be. You never know. These capacitors, not so much those types, but these ones, these will all need to be done. Just up here, they're all over the place. And as I say, you can see from the video, there is not one in here that has been changed. There doesn't appear to be anything in this set has been replaced in its life. Well, it could have had valves, of course, but we don't know. So it's interesting to see that it's got through its life with probably very little work. So there you go. It's quite interesting, the fact that it's survived this length of time, and I think we should be able to get it back on the road again, given time. It's not going to be a 5-minute job by any means. It's going to take a while. We need to order a lot of parts, lots of bits and pieces. I've very few, in fact I've no electrolytics that will do this. I ordered for a T50 Marconi. I got them done on that, but unfortunately I was gobsmacked today when I checked the prices, how much they've gone up by. So so it's a wee bit annoying. But we'll gradually get through it. The next video you will see I will have replaced some parts on it. We'll just do it that way. I won't be showing you while I'm working. It's not possible with the two hands, and I have to use a hand to hold this phone. I don't have a holder for it and like that. So that's how it will be done. Okay guys, thank you very much for looking at this second video. There will be a gap now between the next one, and hopefully that in the next one you'll see quite a bit of progress. Okay, thanks a lot. Take care everyone. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and please press the notification bell. Thank you. Bye for now.